So this is the first time I've had the Mav R out for any length of time. This is a 6-day, 1,000-mile Arizona Peace Trail trip. Put the car through its paces. First things first, dogs fit just fine in the back. They're sitting on a dog hammock from Amazon, $25, $35. It hangs in the four headrest, the front headrest and the back headrest. And they're comfortable back there. I know, I asked them and they got plenty of room. Started off this trip with the engine and transmission in normal mode. It's kind of sluggish, not very much fun. Started to think maybe I made a mistake buying this thing. Then I put it in sport mode. Yeah, that put a smile on my face. It was kind of like I remember my 76 El Camino, just going through the gears. Headers are blasting behind me. I'm sure that's not an accurate representation, but anyway, that's the same smile I put on my face. Now the suspension I had in comfort mode. That's where I started at. And over the rough stuff, the choppy stuff, it kind of smoothed things out. Didn't get it in sport or sport plus mode suspension-wise till later. But the steering is phenomenal. I had it maxed out power-wise. It was one finger steering over the most roughest, rockiest terrain you can imagine, over the boulders, didn't matter. It was just so easy to steer. It's almost effortless. It was awesome. Now this is a wide car. Started out 78 inches. It's at 80 inches on this trip with the Method B grips on it. And it's a tight squeeze through Maggie's wash in there. I mean, I can't get my Ford Raptor through there either. And I did get this car through there, but it was rubbing tires here and there. But it made it. Now the seats are fairly comfortable. As comfortable or more comfortable than the X3. I think they have a little more padding on them. But about the second or third day, my right leg, my throttle leg started going up. Having a little pain just above the knee. And I think that's just the position of the seat for my geometry, my body geometry. I'm gonna put some seat risers on the back seat mounts and see if that helps. Another thing I like about this car is the differential lock. One button while you're moving can go in front differential lock. Also goes in and out of four-wheel drive while you're moving. You can put it in low range, back into high range, all while you're moving. You don't have to stop. After a while, I got to where I left it in sport mode, transmission engine-wise, and also sport mode, sometimes sport plus mode in the suspension. And that combination in four-wheel drive, it just let me go fast, hit the G-outs, the dips, whatever I needed to hit, and I'd stop bottoming out. Once I got used to driving this thing, I just kind of handled everything I threw at it effortlessly. Enabled me to relax, just enjoy the scenery and have fun, and not have to worry about driving the machine. The machine took care of that. As far as fuel range, somewhere around 160 miles is what you can get out of a stock tank. I think it's 13 some odd gallons. Car gets about 13 miles per gallon.
It's perfect weather. It's a little cool, but it's not too bad. And I got my windshield up. I got my Carhartt on. Everybody in Idaho would make fun of me if they saw me wearing my Carhartt. It's like 60 degrees.
Then there's visibility over the front, over the hood. It's arguably better than the X3, but it's still kind of bad. It makes it kind of scary going over the ridges where you can't see over the hood where the turn is.
Okay, George.
And I don't know if I mentioned it, but the suspension in Sport Plus mode is phenomenal. You can drive over the biggest whoops you want. One hand on the steering wheel, two fingers on the steering wheel. It's effortless. After about the third or fourth day, I found myself driving trails that I would normally drive at about 45 miles an hour or so in the X3. I was doing about 55 or 60 and doing it with a lot less effort. So after driving this car for 6 days, I can honestly say I like it a lot better than the X3, you know? I like everything about it except the complication of changing the fluids and filters. I could do without that.